Yes. Hang on, Mikey. Hang on. Ah, okay. And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to the Enhanced Sports Talk Show. It's a very rainy Saturday afternoon with thunder bumpers in the area. Uh, Hopefully, we'll be on the air until just before 6 o'clock before our stall comes in. Or it might end early because the power might get knocked out of here. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. The number is 512-543-4662. Once again, 512-543-4662. You can also find us on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in the Enhanced Sports Show, exactly as it says, or else you probably won't get in. So just do exactly what you said. Oh, and if you're calling in for the football picks, try to make it before the second hour begins because if we get deep into it, I can't go back and do all of it. So if you're coming in for football, come in around say 10 to 5 or something like that, so I can get everybody in on time. All right, thank you. All right, so where should we begin? Oh yeah, here's something obvious. Well, I don't know what I thought of Thursday's. Oh, let me get anybody in. All right, so let's do a roll call here. All right, Steve Davidson, Heppel. Steve, Steve Kent, Steve Kent, Diane. Her part might be icon too. Alan, she's in. Alan. Okay, okay. And Mike. Okay, we're all on the same page. All right, good. Well, the NFL began its regular season opener on Thursday night, and much to everybody's surprise, despite being the Chiefs at home and raising their championship banner, they came up short. I mean, and while the rest of the NFL community, fans, and everybody else were stunned by the results, there was one person who actually thought the Lions were going to win, and it was none other than head coach Dan Campbell himself. I mean, he surprised us all, didn't he? The 30-year coach prepared for his team on Thursday night's win over the Chiefs, much to our surprise. Campbell said, I did not learn anything. I got verification on what I already know, and this team is a resilient team. So we built to handle stuff like this. We did it against a great, tough opponent. In other words, we came, we saw, we conquered, of course. With the Lions down by 3 entering the fourth quarter, the reliance was on display, and they won their fourth straight road game heading into the fourth quarter. Running back David Montgomery put the Lions up for good with an 8-yard run up the middle with over 7 minutes remaining, 7:10 to be exact, to spoil the Chiefs' championship celebration. And boy, did they ever! On a night where the Chiefs raised the banner at Arrowhead Stadium. We expected to win this game. We came in and we knew what we needed to do. We knew it wouldn't be easy, but yet we did it, said Campbell. Really, what it means is that it's one win, so we need to clean up our issues. It hurts us on some stuff, but we'll be ready to take the Seahawks next week. Now, I, for one, of course, I think many of you, I think we all agree that the Chiefs were going to win, and it was probably going to be a landslide victory for the Chiefs. However, that was before we found out Travis Kelce was going to be was injured and was not going to play in the game. He suffered a hyperextended knee um, on Tuesday, and it was questionable whether he played in the game or not. So, there could be something said about that, which proves that, that of course their starting quarterback can't handle it by himself, pretty much. I think maybe though, because I took the Chiefs myself, but maybe a lot of people were thinking differently once Kelce was injured. Do you think if Kelce was playing, it might have been a different result? The Chiefs would have won that game. So, Steve Davidson, let me start that with you. Would it make any difference if Kelce was playing? That's here. Aha. Kadarius Toney. All right. Steve Kent, your thoughts on the mishap? The mishap. Like I said, Patrick Kent went alone. Okay. You meaning special? Right, right. Yes. Very, very. Especially last year, yes. Right, yes. Which surprised most of us. Yeah, I think because I took, we all took it, but that was before we found out about the injury. So I guess we all goofed up on that one. All right. Yeah, okay. Next person. Now try to keep your comments under 5 minutes, guys, though, just so we get all the football picks in. So just remember the 5 minute rule. All right, Diane, your thoughts. Diane. All right. Indiana Pizza. I'll get to you in a minute, Indiana. All right, Alan, your thoughts. Yeah. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mahomes can't do it by himself. Mike? Oh, Mike. Well, disappointing, yes. Heartbreaking, one game. Disappointing, yes. Matthew, welcome aboard. Yes. All right. Yeah. Very little. Yes. Right. All right. Indiana. I'll take your call now. Go ahead with your comment. Indiana, are you there? Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes. 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 May I have your name, sir? May I have your name? David. All right. Oh, I think Matt mentioned you. Okay, Alex. Alex, we're talking about the upset between the Lions and the Chiefs, and the Lions pulled it out. So if Kelsey was playing, could the Chiefs would have won that game? Okay. Yes. Yes. 1, 2, 9. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say. I still think maybe I still think if Kelsey would play, it would have made a big difference and would win the Chiefs' favor. But after the injury, that kind of ruined everything. Yeah. Yeah. But however, I will give credit to the Lions because, judging from last year, they've been a much improved team, and we know how they've been over the past 25 years or whatever, Dumpsterville. But last year they showed they came out of the dumpster. Ooh, if Taylor Phillips was here, he'd kill me. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. By the way, I want to thank everybody for putting up with me last week because of the connection problems we had down the shore because they've always been a problem down there. And I want to thank everyone for your thoughts, prayers. Um, of my aunt who passed away last week. We had the service today. I was lucky to make the show on time, but I thank you all for your. I thank. I thank you. I thank you for your all support. All right, next time of business. Well, the Bengals have secured their future for a long-term quarterback, and it's Joe Burrow, as he signed a 5-year, $275 gazillion deal that includes a guarantee of $219 million, making him the highest payer period in NFL history. All positions, that is. Source on ESPN. The contract, which averages $55 million per season, and months of nagging and negotiations, and rewards a player who has turned the Bengals into a winning team. How about that? In 2019, the Bengals were a trash dump, a team only winning 2 games that season, so that's a trash dump right there, matching the lowest total in franchise history. That put the Bengals in position to draft Burrow, who won the national title for LSU and the Heisman Trophy. I wish they could use. They could have used LSU for LSU last week when they lost to Florida State. After tearing both his MCL and ACL, tearing his left knee in his rookie season, a double whammy, he rebounded in 2021 as the Bengals had their best season in more than 30 years. The Bengals won their first playoff game since 1991 and reached the Super Bowl for the first time since losing to the 49ers in 1989 with 46 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And I remember that very well. Throws back to Montana, and he catches it. Burrow became the Associated Press Comeback Player of the Year. His deal outshines all other quarterbacks that received contracts, such as Justin Herbert of the Chargers, Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts, and Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. And for Jalen, I guess it really did hurt. Oh boy. So what do we make? What do we make of the Bengals with Burrow and this massive deal? Uh, maybe this could see more of a bright future for the Bengals and Burrow as well. Uh, of course, I think a lot of people might agree with that. So, Steve, your thoughts on Burrow's massive fortune and maybe contributes to the Bengals' success? You. Okay. Yeah. Yes. All right. Steve Kent. Yes. Right. Right. Yes. Uh-huh. Possible. Possible. Uh, yeah. Yes. Right. Yes. 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 Yeah. Right. Right. Yes. Okay. Di- okay. Diane, any thoughts at all? No, any thoughts on Burrow? Alan. Uh, well, I said, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Right. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Pay the piper. Right. No. Alan. Alan. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Mike. Yes. Okay. Matt. Uh, correct. Right. Yeah. Forget it. Raiders. Yeah. Next is a troublemaker. Yes. And Dan, or whatever his name, Indiana. Yeah. 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 Yes. All right. Okay, moving on. And to update with the injury that happened, uh Cleese was out for Thursday game with a hyperextended knee. The Chiefs listed Cleese as questionable for Sunday for Thursday's game. They were during their final injury report of the week. That brought some time to make a final decision, but they announced Cleese is inactive. The most I think though is going to be out as 2 games. It doesn't look like to be a big injury, so hopefully he may be back for the next games. So we'll just have to see about that. But it doesn't look to be anything of major seriousness. David, okay, my apologies. I mean, since I didn't know him at firsthand, but thanks, Matt, for clearing that up. All right, okay. Yeah. I gotta get used to sometimes when new people call. You get the idea. You all get the idea. All right, so on to baseball. And right now, the Yankees look like they're in big trouble as now they're down a game below 500 and lost to the Brewers, which doesn't surprise me much at all because the Brewers are just that good. The Mets, on the other hand, oh boy, 11 games below 500. Sorry, guys, I don't think they have much of a chance. Vikings safety Josh um, Metellus has a 2-year extension with the 13 million, 6 million guaranteed. The Vikings announced they signed Metellus through the 2025 season, but terms were not disclosed. What else is new? He was entering the final year of his rookie contract after being drafted by the Vikings in the 6th round in 2020. And listen, guys, just because it's a late draft pick doesn't mean they're not going to be any good. So it's very possible they could do something. They could very surprise you. All right, so now the odds makers are at again. They predict the Chiefs to repeat as Super Bowl champions, and they also said Patrick Mahomes will be the favorite for MVP. Of course, judging by the first game of the season on Thursday, that could be meant to be said later. The Caesars Sportsbook had the Chiefs at 6-1 odds as of Thursday morning. They began the regular season opener with the Lions and were favored. Mahomes is 6-1 to win the MVP, while Bengals quarterback Joe Burrows is next at 7-1 for second place. It's the fourth time in 5 years, the last 5 years, the Chiefs have entered as Super Bowl favorites, according to all the major sports books. The Bills were favorites last season. What a shock. In the past 2 decades, only the Patriots and the Chiefs are the only teams to enter as preseason favorites in 4 of the last 5 seasons. And 4 or 5 patients who recommended chew gum, choose try. Okay. All right, never mind. The Eagles, who lost to the Chiefs as the runner-up favorites, are 15-2. However, the Eagles have the support of the betting public at FanDuel. More bets were placed on the Eagles than any other team to win the Super Bowl. Okay. The Bills and 49ers are tied at 9-1. The Bills and 49ers, gee, that kind of sounds familiar. And the Bengals are 10-1, that round the top 5. While the Jets' odds improved from 16-1 compared to 201 last season, thanks to you know who coming in from the Packers. The Texans, by far, have the worst odds Are you guys sitting down for this one? 10,000 to 1 to win the Super Bowl. I say 20,000 to 1 just to get a winning season. Oh boy. Wow. All right. Let's just say they're going to get roped this season. Okay. Ooh. Alrighty. So, yes, and it's ad lib too. Okay. So, what do we make of the. No, no. So, what do we make of the odds of the Chiefs repeating as Super Bowl champions? And does the first loss of the year hurt their chances of repeating? Steve, I'll start that with you. Oh, all right. Steve Kent, does the loss hurt the Chiefs' chances? All right. Yeah, I buy that. All right. And good news is stop thundering. Okay, good. Diane, your thoughts. Does this hurt the Chiefs? Considering the Chiefs' chance of repeating as Super Bowl champions? Pretty much no. But when you had a loss like that, some might be griping like, they're not going to repeat this year. We'll see. All right, Alan. Alan, hold it, Alex. Hold it, Alex. Alex, wait. Hold it. I said Alan first. Then I'll get to you. Alan. Yeah. All right. Mikey. Okay. That's another one there. Matthew or Matt rather. But yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, all right, Tim. Right. David. Right. A win's a win. Yes. Right. Right. Yes. 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 Right. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'd like to. Okay. Yeah. That's the issue right there. If Tua can stay healthy, if not, I think the Dolphins are in big trouble. Oh, Steve left. Yeah. Okay. 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 Alex. Ah, right. Ooh. Yes. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Okay, Roger. Yes, yes. All right. By that. Okay, turning now to FIBA Championship basketball. Well, the U.S. they gave it a good fight yesterday, despite the fact they were down by as many as 11 points in the fourth quarter. They came back, but they still managed to come short against Germany, as Germany won 113 and 111. The big difference was in the size, as Germany towered over the Americans, which is what most people feared of, and I was one of them. With that loss, the U.S. were denied a second trip to the finals. They will now settle for the bronze medal, who will play against Canada later tonight or early tomorrow morning, whatever you prefer. The U.S. will try to come back against Germany in a spirited game as well. The U.S. was just too small and showed up often as it showed up often in the game, as it did against Lithuania last Sunday, which they also lost to. Germany was able to get more scoring chances simply because they're able to get the ball back from the shots they missed. Germany had 12 offensive rebounds and scored 25 second chance points, while the U.S. scored only eight. Eight. Anthony Edwards, with the high man for USA, scored 23 points, uh, and rebounded, and were rebounded against all night. Said that Germany was more physical than us. They tried to come back, but came out short by losing by only 2 points at the end. Andreas Obust nailed the game with a three-pointer at the end, finishing with 24 points. So yeah, I kind of figured that was going to be the case there. Germany, when you're outsized, bigger than your opponent, chances are your opponent's going to beat you. Although they didn't beat him, soundly, and it would totally be a competitive game towards the end. Uh, but I think Germany really had the size advantage there because that's what can really tell the difference in the game right there. So unfortunately, we go down again, and now I got to. But we will be back for the Olympics next year. So this had nothing to do with our status of going to the Olympics for next season. So we're gonna be back. So just you know, at least we have that. We have won the last four Olympics in a row, so it's not a total loss here. It's not a total loss. So any thoughts on Team USA and Germany from yesterday morning, which I actually did see? Steve, hold it one at a time. Go ahead, Steve. I wouldn't call it that. Um, uh, oh, yeah, yeah, right. Close call. Right. Yes. Right. Yes. Okay. All right. Mike. Yes. But Germany got better, which I was afraid of. Diane. Diane. Yeah. Too good. Matt. I'll give you that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Spain didn't even make it this far, and they were the defending champions. So I don't know if you call that moral victory against for us or not, but still, think about that. David. Right. Too good. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Alex. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And Roger. Yeah. All right. So tomorrow it's Serbia versus Germany. Who do we gonna think is gonna win this? Steve, who do you got? Serbia or Germany? All right. Okay. I almost said Siberia. What's similar? Uh, Diane, Mike, Matt, Matt, David, Alex, and Roger. And Roger. I'm gonna go Germany as well. Yeah. And even without Djokovic, Siberia is still gonna play for gold anyway. Bogdanovich scored 23 points to beat Canada 95-86. Canada has not medaled in any competition worldwide since the 1936 Summer Olympics. But now they got a chance for bronze against the U.S. tomorrow, it'll be something of a moral victory for Canada if they can pull off against the U.S. Imagine that, not winning a medal since 1930. And by the way, that was a silver. So he scored um, 23 points as they beat Canada. RJ Barrett was the high score for Canada with 23 points. I was hoping to get his first final and not sell and would sell for the lose between the U.S. and Germany match for the bronze medal. Like I said, Canada has not won any international competition, any medal that is, since 1936. Dylan Brooks had 15 points. Shai Alexander had 16 points. Team Canada is showing us some good talent, though. So it may not be long before Canada becomes a good, solid team for future competitions. But Siberia's, yep. However, However, there was a bit of a back step for Serbia as forward Borsna Simiak had emergency surgery. He had a kidney removed in last night's game again after he was getting elbowed by a player against South Sudan and had to be taken to the hospital for emergency surgery and had to get rid of the kidney after that. He suffered another setback later. later in the week, and that's what happened to that. So thoughts and prayers go out to Simoniak of Serbia. What a shame. Had to lose a kidney because he got elbowed. What a way to lose a kidney, though. Ow. No, that's pretty sad. That's pretty tragic when you ask me. I should know about kidney because my nephew had. Well, I'm not going to go into that. All right, so on to more basketball news. An update on Pelicans guard Trey Murphy. He underwent successful meniscus surgery in his left knee yesterday and is expected to miss, 10 to 12 weeks, so roughly 3 months. The Pelicans made the announcement back on Thursday. The Pelicans said that Murphy had a partially torn mystanectomy and received a biologic injection in his knee. Murphy became injured during a workout at the practice facility on Tuesday. Last season, he averaged 14.5 points per game and 40.6% from the three-point range and a whopping 90.5% from the free throw line. Wowee. Last season, he started 17 games for the Pelicans. He was selected overall, 17th overall in the 2021 draft out of Virginia. So he was expected to miss a lot more, but only now up to 12 weeks. So that's not so bad when you think about it. I mean, so the latest he'll be back is like early January. So that's not so bad. I don't think so. All right, for you hockey fans out there, all right. Anybody here of a guy named Chris Chelios? I know I have. All right. Okay. Well, he'll have his number 7 jersey retired by. Seriously, you don't know what Chris Chelios is? Well, for those of you who don't know, I'll explain. He has number 7. He will have his number 7 jersey retired by the Blackhawks, and he was great with the Blackhawks. And a ceremony on February 25th. The announcement came on Thursday. The, that's true. The announcement came at the United Center. Now, get this, guys. The announcement came at the United Center during a Pearl Jam concert. Now, hold on. You're thinking, why at a Pearl Jam concert? Well, it just happens that Chelios and lead singer Eddie Vedder are good friends. So, okay, no surprise how he made the announcement was made there. I get it. Chelios was the last of the dinosaurs of the league as he played 26 seasons in the NHL. He retired in 2010, and it'll be honored before taking the game with the Red Wings. Of his 26 seasons in the league, 19 of them were between the Blackhawks and the Red Wings, bitter rivals, of course. He has 3 Stanley Cups to his credit, one with Montreal back in 1986, and 2 with the Red Wings. And he also played for the Atlanta Thrashers, which are now somebody else. Chelios won the Norris, the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg Jets. Excuse me. Yes. Yeah. Chelios. Yes. You don't remember the old Winnipeg Jets, that's for sure. Yuck. Okay. Chelios won the Norris Trophy 3 times as the top defenseman and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2013. So, Chelios is going to get the honor finally. I mean, okay, there were times I thought he was just a clown and, wasn't really that good of a player, but he has shown that he has been a great player. So, what do you make of Chelios getting his number retired? You know what, Alex, I'm going to start that with you. Yeah, right. All right. Steve? Oh, you mean you couldn't tell for a real athlete? Oh, sorry. Oh, Mike. Mike, thank you. He was never with the Devils. No. For Chicago. Yeah. I don't see why he doesn't get honored for Detroit though, because he won the cups with Detroit and spent just as long as a career with them than the Blackhawks. To each his own. To each his own. All right, Diane, or did I get you right? All right, Matt. Yeah, so do I. David, I get. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Roger. I am. All right, but I am, and I've seen him play. And there were moments where I didn't think it was all that great, but then again, there are moments where he has been. So I'll take it at that. All right, Steve, got any information from the UFC WWE department? Now? Right, right. Easy. Yes. Yeah. Easy, easy. Right, right. Diane, trivia time. Go for it. Fine with me. Uh-oh. Oh. Stand the man. Yep. I think it was the harmonica. Harmonica. Yep. I heard that somewhere. Now what you're saying, who did not hit more than 10 home runs? Oh, did not at least hit 10 home runs. Okay. Say the names again. Mantle, Ruth, I'm going to say Mantle. DiMaggio. Okay. DiMaggio. Dalton Joe DiMaggio. Okay. That's that kind of home run together. Nice try, Steve. Ah. Hammer and Hank. Hammer and Hank. Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron. What? Huh. I thought it was Henry Aaron. Huh. Eddie Matthews. Well, I know he was great, but I didn't think he played for the Boston Braves. Huh. Okay. All right. My mistake. Okay. I'm gonna go to my ridiculous side of the week early here. I don't suppose that you heard about the dispute that Spectrum is having had with ESPN, ABC, and all that nonsense. So that means they could not watch the college football games, and they won't be able to watch any of the other ESPN games like Monday Night Football and whatnot because they can't come to agreement with also with streaming issues and whatnot. Just absolutely absurd. And it's a week later, and still no end in sight. I told you Spectrum was bad, people, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Oh boy! Thank you, FiOS. Yes, that could be ridiculous right there. It is. Wow, 9 years. Oh boy. Yeah, you're pretty stupid. Yes, right. Well, when you're injury prone, that could be yes. Womp womp. Womp womp. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But now I got to move on to a more serious note here. I don't suppose you might have heard about this a few days ago. A grief-stricken family and school are mourning the shocking death of a college student who was killed in Texas in apparent random assault. It was a TCU junior by the name of Wes Smith. He was shot multiple times early yesterday. Well, this was actually last week, while standing on a sidewalk in the Fort Worth West Seventh Entertainment District, according to a police affidavit. The suspect shortly was arrested shortly after the attack, allegedly admitted to shooting Smith 3 times for no reason whatsoever, according to the report, which is stupid to begin with. No motive whatsoever, and you still shot him. What an idiot! Yeah, Wes was a TCU student and a remarkable young man who impacted countless lives, including my own son as a football coach for his middle school team. Parker said on X, formerly known as Twitter. X, what the thing was that? Um, Smith was a native of Germantown, Tennessee, while studying finance and marketing at TCU, according to his LinkedIn page. Wes was truly amazing, loving son, brother, and cousin, and a friend to so many. His family said in a statement, "We are heartbroken by his passing and ask for space to grieve during this terrible, difficult time." Smith was a former member of TCU's Division One football team during his freshman year. On Saturday, the Horned Frogs held a moment of silence during the pregame prayer. School said he was a beloved member of the community, and we grieve with his family and friends. TCU said in a statement. Just a shame, though. A kid with a bright future like that, and for no apparent reason, this moron, just goes around and shoots him. Any thoughts on this terrible tragedy? Anybody? Yes. Any other thoughts? Oh wow, I wasn't aware of that. Oh, back when it's called WWF. Yes. All right. So now I'll turn attention to baseball. You're probably thinking, and then we'll go to football. You're probably thinking, hey, where's the baseball news, buddy? Okay. All right. So we're going to get to that right now as soon as I get some stuff here. All right. That's all right. D backs right fielder Corbin Carroll was left um, back in the game on September 7th, and the Rockies in the fifth after being hit on the wrist by a pitch, which is pretty upsetting, but nothing life threatening at least. He was diagnosed with the right wrist contusion, getting whacked by Gavin Hollowell in the bottom of the fourth. X-rays, though, were negative. Carroll remained in the game and came on to score on his second run, a two-run single from Alex Thomas, but the D-backs went out They take right field. Next half inning, Tommy Pham took over in right field. Before leaving the game, Carroll was 0-1 with one strikeout, hit twice, and scored 2 runs. All right, guys, any thoughts on that? No thoughts whatsoever. Okay. Yeah. Remember, guys, keep the comments under 5 minutes, please. All right. More baseball news here. Can you all still hear me? There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh, by the way, Carroll has 24 home runs and 68 RBIs in 99 games this season and has 41 stolen bases and 9 triples. Tigers pitcher Matt Manning is done for the year after with a fracture of being hit on his right foot on a fastball by Giancarlo Stanton in a loss to the Yankees. On Thursday, the Rays revealed the fracture to AJ Hinch. The right-hander missed more than 2 months when he was hit off his left foot off a comebacker on the bat of Alejandro Kirk of the Blue Jays. It was the same foot that was injured but a different spot, said Hinch. Oh boy. Stanton's hardest hit ball this season had rebound off of Manning's foot off the backside, was gloved by Manning, who threw to first on the final of the inning. Manning was then attended by an athletic trainer as well as Hinch. Bo Brisk came to warm up in relief to replace Manning in the bottom of the second. Manning was struck on Kirk's 97 miles per hour fastball on April 11th and did not return until June 27th. He is 5-4 on the year with an ERA of 3.58 and 15 starts. Okay, any thoughts on that? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Before I do anything else, has anybody been paying attention to the WNBA lately at all? Because I'll tell you right now, the Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty are going to be the hottest teams in the league this year. I mean, this is the best. I think the Liberty's best season they've ever had, and it's just become remarkable. And they're only a game out of first place to take in the number one overall spot in the league. So this should set for a very interesting postseason for the New York Liberty. Yeah, Mike, you have thoughts on that because you're a Liberty fan, pretty much. So, what do you make of it? Yeah, and Sabrina Leskino has hit the record for most 3 pointers in a season with 127. Yeah. Any other Liberty fans in the crowd? Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. So we don't know who's going to be facing who yet because they still have games to play. The Liberty have, I think, one game left while Vegas has two against the LA Sparks in a home and home series. And the Sparks can still make it despite their anemic record. Okay. Okay. Now the Texas Rangers right fielder Adlos Garcia left last night's game against the Astros with right knee discomfort. Why am I getting that? Garcia departed at the top of the second inning, chasing a Michael Brantley fly ball that had cleared the right field fence. Garcia leaped up and just missed the grab. The Astros went up 3-1 the home run. Garcia sailed on the warning track as the Rangers staff checked on Garcia and then left the game. The Rangers said that Garcia would continue to be evaluated. He was replaced by Robbie Grossman in right field. Garcia is scheduled for imaging on his knee today, said manager Bruce Bochy. The injury is the latest blow in what has become a nightmare in their own ballpark, with anticipation running high for a 3-game series against their interstate rivals. But the Rangers have been outscored 27-7 in the first 2 games of the series. Oh my goodness! So it's looking pretty bad right now for the Texas Rangers, but I hope they can come out of it. I would love to see them get there. Yes. And the 49ers have waited 43 days, but defensive end Nick Bosa has returned. The 49ers and Bosa agreed on a 5-year, $170 million deal that makes him the highest paid player in the league, excluding quarterbacks. Remember, I said excluding quarterbacks. Um, the extension is includes a guarantee of 122 million. Sources told ESPN. A guarantee of 122 million. Wow. Head coach Kyle Shanahan, who was surprised when informed of the deal moments before scheduled media availability, walked into the room and confirmed the league's defensive player of the year is on his way back to the Bay Area to end his holdout and sign and rejoin the 49ers before the opener against the Steelers tomorrow. I think our team was ready or not to have him, and that was our mindset. It was a good bonus of getting told that he's coming here, so we are very excited. And Cooper Kupp is out for Sunday's tomorrow's number against the Seahawks as he continues to deal with a hamstring injury set by Coach Sean McVay. Coop injured the hamstring on August 1st during practice at training camp and suffered a setback last week. He dealt with a soft tissue issue, said McVay, and we are trying to get him back to normal. And when that ends, we'll have him back. But in the meantime, he won't be playing for us. And he has now been placed on injury reserve, which means he'll miss the first 4 games of the season. So kind of a blow. So kind of a blow for the Rams that Cooper's out. What do you say, guys? It's a bummer, yeah. 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 Yes. Exactly. Anybody else? No. Okay. Yeah. Oops. I'll say. All right. So now we're going to get into the college and pro football predictions. The college ones are for next week, by the way, David, because we always jump ahead. Because by the time I go on the air, half the games for this week are already done. So what'll be the point of doing that, right? Right. Okay. So we'll go to for next week's picks. So everybody, get ready as we go into week 3, and it goes like this. All right. So no major games on Thursday or Friday. So we'll jump to Saturday. All right. Listen carefully. Number 4, Florida State versus Boston College. Steve. All right. Um, Diane. All right. Mike, Matt. Whoa, whoa, whoa. David, David. Okay. And Roger. Okay. Penn State number 7 against Illinois. Steve, Diane, Mike. All right. Who else? Okay. Oh yeah. Matt, David, Roger, Roger. Well, actually, we are Fox Sports, but okay. Oh no. I'm going Penn State too. I'm going Florida. I'm going Florida State and Penn State. Okay, number 14, LSU versus Mississippi State. Steve, I wonder who you're going to take. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right, Diane. LSU, Mississippi State. Okay. Mike. All right. Matt. Yeah, I think so too. David. Roger. Roger. I'm going to go with LSU as well. Okay. Kansas State, Missouri. Steve. Diane. Mike. Uh, okay. Matt. David. Roger. Kansas State it is. Okay. Georgia Southern. Not Georgia, but Georgia Southern versus number 19, Wisconsin. Steve. All right. Diane. Mike. Okay. Matt. David. And Roger. I'm going to go Wisconsin too. Jumping down the road here. Okay. Utah, number 12 versus Weber, or is it Weber State? Right. Steve? Okay, Utah. Diane. I forget what it is. Mike? All right. Matt. Okay. David? Roger? Roger? Yeah, Utah's going to blow them out. All right, Mike, I got one. I'm sorry, no. Matt, I got one for you. Eastern Michigan versus Massachusetts, or UMass, as the case may be. Okay. Anyone else agree? Okay. So do I. So do I. Okay. Oh, this will be a good one if Taylor was here. Number 10, Notre Dame versus Central Michigan. Oh, Taylor's going to hate me for this. Steve, Diane, Mike. Okay. Uh, Matt, David, Roger. Notre Dame it is. Sorry, Taylor. Okay. Number one, Georgia versus South Carolina. This is not an easy matchup as it looks, guys. All right, Steve. All right, Steve. Oh, come on. I think it is Gerald. We'll get to you in a minute, Gerald. Okay, Diane. George, you're still here. Georgia or South Carolina? All right. Mike. All right. Matthew. David. Roger. Gerald. Okay. Wow. Okay. Number three, Alabama versus South Florida. Steve, I'm gonna wait for you because I already know you're gonna take, so I'll just hold off on you for a minute. Diane. Uh-huh. All right, Mike. Uh-huh. Matt. Matt. Okay, David. Roger. Gerald. Ooh. Okay, Steve, go ahead. I'm gonna go Bama too, but I'm gonna go Alabama too, but I don't think I'm gonna go Alabama, but I don't think it's gonna be the blowout everybody thinks it's gonna be. So let's put it that way. I think South Florida's gonna come. Hey, don't laugh, guys. I think it might be. Okay. Number 16. Oh, I gotta go this way. Okay, San Diego State versus number 16, Oregon State. Steve. Okay, remember, they're both state schools here, so please identify them as state. All right, Diane. All right, Mike. All right, Matt. David. Wow. Okay, Roger and Gerald. San Diego State, Oregon State. I'm taking Oregon State too. All right, number 17, North Carolina versus Minnesota. Steve. Ooh, okay. Diane. North Carolina. North Carolina. All right, Mike. Matt. All right, David. North Carolina. All right. Roger. And Gerald. I'm gonna go with North Carolina too. Number 18, Oklahoma versus Tulsa. Steve. I was gonna do that. Okay, fine. Why do they steal my jokes? Diane. Oh, is there an echo in here? Okay. Mike. Thank you. Um, Roger. Gerald. Uh, David, did I get you? Okay, I'm gonna take Oklahoma too. Did I miss anybody on that one? Okay. Okay. Number 21, Duke. Yes, Duke is ranked. Duke against Northwestern. Steve. Okay. Diane. Um, Matt. Mike. David. Roger. And Gerald. Okay, you guys did your act. Now I'm gonna go up mine. I'm gonna go Duke, Garborough, Duke, Garborough. Yeah. You see, so it's yeah. See, you guys got your act. I got mine. Well, it's my show, so I can come up with that. Okay, for you Jersey people out here or the Northeast people, listen carefully. Rutgers versus Virginia Tech. I'm gonna go my local crew first and see what they think of that. I'm gonna start with Mike. All right, Diane, Roger. Okay, now everybody else. Steve. I like it. Matt. Okay. David. And Gerald. Unanimous again. Okay. Good. I like you guys thinking. All right. Moving along. And by the way, it's not top 25. That was just a special interest, by the way. Okay. Number 5. Ohio State versus Western Kentucky. Steve. Diane. Mike. Okay. Matt. Roger. Okay. Gerald. Oh, Gerald. Alex. Okay. Ohio State. Oh, okay. All right. Texas A&M. Texas A&M. Okay. Texas A&M. Wait, hold on. Texas A&M versus UL Monroe. I think it's pretty obvious that Texas A&M is going to win this match. All those in favor say aye. Okay, unanimous. I think it's also in Texas. Yeah, that's a lame team. Louisiana. Oh, Monroe, Louisiana, sure. Oh, oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Number 24, Tulane versus Southern Mississippi. Steve. Green Wave. Okay, Diane. Mike. Matt. David. Alex. Gerald. Roger. Tulane it is. Okay. Washington, number 8 versus Michigan State. Steve. True. All right, Diane. Mike. Okay. Matt. David. Alex. Gerald. Okay. Did I get you, Roger, or no? Okay. I'll go Washington too. Okay. Moving down the line. I only do top 25 at local just guys. I can't do everybody. We don't have time. Where do we go? Where do we go? Okay. Oh, all right. Number 2, Michigan versus Bowling Green. All right. Steve. Diane. Mike. Matt. David. Roger. Gerald. Alex. Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Number 20, Ole Miss versus the Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech. Steve. Ole Miss. Diane. Okay. Mike. Matt. David. Okay, good. Roger. Gerald. And Alex. It's a toss up for me, but I think I'm gonna go with Ole Miss, but not by much. All right, number 11. Okay, here's an easy one. 11, Texas versus Wyoming. Oh, Gerald. Yeah, yeah. All right, Diane, Mike. What? Okay. Whoa, Matt, David. Another one. Okay. All right. Fine. What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh yeah, Roger, Gerald. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alex. Texas it is. Okay. Oregon versus Hawaii. Steve. Oh, come on. That's not gonna be that bad. Okay, Diane. Mike. Wow. Matt. David. Roger. Gerald. Alex. Oregon. Quack up the ducks. Number 25. Clemson versus Florida Atlantic. Steve. It should be. All right, Diane. Mike. Matt. Uh, Roger, Gerald, Alex, Clemson it is. And finally, number 22, Colorado. Okay, battle for bragging rights. Colorado versus Colorado State. Steve. All right, Diane. Mike. Okay, Matt. I like that. David. David. Ooh, Roger. Gerald. And Alex. I'm going Colorado myself. I'm going Colorado myself. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now we'll go to the NFL. Guys, ready? All right. So, all right. How many took Detroit over the Chiefs anyway? I think I'm the one who, besides me. How many did not take Kansas City? Let me ask that now. How many did not take Kansas City? Okay. Uh, okay. All right. So on to tomorrow's games. And I'm gonna do next Thursday's games. I'm gonna do the Thursday's games in the same week from this point on. Okay. So we'll start with the Panthers versus the Falcons. Steve. Okay. You can just say team name. That's all right. Diane. Mike. All right. Matt. David. Gerald. Roger. All right. And Alex. I'm going with Carolina. Sorry. I'm going with the Panthers. All right. In the Battle of Ohio, the Bengals versus the Browns. Steve. Diane. Mike. All right. Matt. David. Okay. David. Jimmy. I'm sorry, Gerald. Okay. Roger and Alex. Give me the Give me the Bengals. Okay. Jaguars, Colts. Steve. All right, Diane. Mike. Matt. David. Gerald. Gerald. Roger. Alex. I'm going with the Colts. All right. Bucks versus Vikings. Steve. Diane. Mike. Okay. Matt. David. Okay. Uh, Roger. Gerald. Alex. I'm going with the Vikings. I'm going with Vikings. All right. Titans, Saints. Steve. Diane. Mike. Matt. David. Uh, Gerald. I was going to say that. Okay. Roger. Roger. And Alex. I'm going with the Saints too. 49ers, Steelers, Steve. Okay. Diane. Mike. Okay. Matt. All right. Um, Gerald. Roger. Alex. Alex. I'm going with the 49ers. All right. Cardinals. Okay. Cardinals, Commanders. Steve. Diane. Mike. Matt. David. David. Gerald. Roger. And Alex. I guess I'm the odd man looking out. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. Okay. Texans versus the Ravens. All right, Steve, Diane, Mike, Matt, David, Gerald, Roger, Alex. Ravens it is. All right, Packers, Bears, Steve. Uh-huh. All right, Diane, Mike, Matt. Okay. David. Okay. Gerald, the Bears. All right. Roger and Alex. I'm going Packers. I'm going Packers. Raiders, Broncos. Steve, Diane, Mike, Matt, David, Gerald, Roger, and Alex. I'm going to take Broncos too. Eagles versus bad team I can't stand, aka the Patriots. Steve, Diane, of course. Uh, Mike, Matt, David, Gerald, Roger, and Alex. All right. Dolphins versus Lightning Bolts, aka Chargers. Steve, Diane, Mike, Matt, David, Gerald, Roger, and Alex. I'm going with the Chargers. Okay, Rams versus Seahawks. All right, Steve. All right, Diane. Mike, Matt. Okay, David. Okay, I like that. Gerald and Roger. Oh, and Alex. Seahawks. Yeah, Seahawks it is. Yeah, the Rams. Okay, matchup I'm waiting for. My Cowboys against Giants. Let me go with the local crew first. Mike. I thought so. I thought so. Roger. Diane. Thank you. Steve. Okay. Matt. David. Uh, Gerald. Yes. Same here with me. Go my boys. All right. I got everybody on that one, didn't I? Alex. Okay. 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 Bills, Jets. Once again, I'll go the local crew. Mike, Diane. Yes, yes, yes. Right. Roger, Steve. Right. Matt, David, David, and Alex. I hate to go against my team, but I think Diane has a point here because I did take Buffalo to finish at the top of the division this year, so I gotta go with the Bills, unfortunately. All right, now for third, yeah, yeah, Gerald. Sorry. Okay. Now for next Thursday, if I get this up here, thank you. Okay, for next Thursday, the Vikings will face the Eagles. Steve, Diane, Mike, Matt, David, Gerald, Roger, Alex. I'm gonna go the Eagles too. Okay. So by the time we get to that, we'll be all caught up with that. All right. So that takes care of that. Oh, we did with no problem at all. Okay. Yeah. We're coming along smoothly, guys. I can tell you that right now. We're coming on very smooth. All right. So on to some other news headlines of the week. There we go. Um, Daniel Medvedev reached said that mid semifinals he needed a near perfect game to beat defending champ Carlos Alcaraz, or as I say, Alcatraz. How did Medvedev perform last night? I played a 12 out of 10, said Medvedev, declaring after beating Alcaraz in 4 sets that would set up a rematch against the Joker tomorrow. Medvedev, who was third, won his first major in 2021 against the Joker. That prevented him from completing the career calendar Grand Slam. That means all four in the same year. A meeting in the final tomorrow would have been a rematch of last month's Cincinnati Masters won by Djokovic at the final at Wimbledon in July and a semifinal match of the French Open in June by Djokovic, but that did not happen. Medvedev stood in his way. Alcaraz would give up his number one ranking position no matter what the outcome of tomorrow's final. Alcaraz was trying to become the first man to win consecutive titles at the U.S. Open since Roger Federer did it 5 times. So instead, Medvedev will be going for his third U.S. Open title in 5 years and the fifth major overall. By the way, does anybody have anything on the U.S. Open women's final? I'm trying to get something on that right now. Yeah. Cocoa Puffs. Okay, Cocoa Puffs. And then if she wins, she'll be Cocoa for more Cocoa Puffs. Oh boy, yeah. I'm gonna. Yes. Yeah. So right now we're in the second set, and Sabank. Okay, and the match is even at one. It looks like Goff is going to take this second set, so we're gonna go with tiebreaker. More than likely, when this is over. Okay, so good news on that one. Yeah, I just thought I want to take care of that one. And Dvorak is going for his 10th U.S. Open final after he beat Shelton. He's going for his 24th Grand Slam tomorrow, hoping to do it as he beat Ben Shelton and did that in 3 sets. That will tie his record-tying final in Flushing as 36th major overall. So good luck on that one. And we'll have the finals of that next week as well the finals of the women's final, which happens today. Funny how that the Wimbledon starts and French Open starts early in the morning, and the U.S. Open starts later. Oh yeah, time change, of course. All right, so now we'll go to This Week in History. And it goes, David, this is one of our regular features on the show. So you're probably thinking, what am I doing? Well, this is like we had to keep track of everything that happens in the world of sports in years gone by. I've had a lot of features since being host here. Okay, so we all ready? Good. Good. All right. Into the Wayback Machine here. 1909. Heavyweight boxer Jack Johnson retains his heavyweight boxing title when he fights Al Kaufman to a no decision in 10 rounds in San Francisco. Way back in 1909. Okay, 1904. Boston Herald again refers to New York Baseball Club as the New York Yankees. When reports Yankees say two, Yankee name will not become official until 1913. I knew that. 1914, the then known Boston Braves, George Davis no hits Philadelphia Phillies 7-0. 1935, the Yankees, they're now Atlanta. They're now Atlanta. 1936, the Yankees beat the Indians 12-9. Lee Party clinched the AL pennant on the earliest date in MLB history. 1940, at the U.S. National Championship, men's tennis, Forest Hills, Don McNeil beats fellow American Bobby Riggs in 5 sets for his second major singles title. And Riggs won 3 majors. 1945, Jimmy Fox hits number 534 and his final home run. That's for the Boston Red Sox. Okay, 1948, Brooklyn Dodger Rex Barney hits the Giants 2-0. 1955, Don Zimmer gets his 4,000th hit on a Dodger home run. He's now a man. Of course, he was a manager later. Okay. This one, so we'll move on. 1960, the Denver Broncos beat the Boston Patriots, now New England, in the AFL, their first full game, before 21,000 fans plus at Nickerson Field in Boston. 1965, future Hall of Famer Sandy Koufax throws his 4th career no-hitter and first perfect game in a 1-0 win over the Cubs at Dodger Stadium. Wow. 1970, then MLB Commissioner Bowie Kuhn suspends Danny McLean for carrying a gun. Even then, wow. 1971, NHL Gordie Howe retires for the first time after 25 seasons with the Red Wings, but came back later. In the most controversial twice. In one of the most controversial games ever in the Olympic history, in 1972, the Soviet Union beat the U.S. 51-50 in international basketball with the U.S. leading 50-49 in the final 3 seconds. It is replayed 3 times until it was declared Soviets finally won. A very controversial moment in Olympic history. 1972, Billie Jean King retains her title, beating Carrie Melville Reid of Australia in straight sets 6-3, 7-5. All right. Oh, 1973, fourth place finish in the Italian Grand Prix at Monza is enough to clinch Jackie Stewart his third Formula One World Drivers' Championship. I remember Jackie Stewart, sure. 1978, third game of the Boston Massacre as the Yankees beat the Red Sox 7-0. I like that already. 1978, the Orioles pull up their 7th triple play in history, 5-4-3 versus Toronto. Okay, 1978. One of my favorite tennis players of all time, Chris Evert, wins her 4th straight U.S. singles title, beats fellow American Pam Shriver 7-5, 6-4. First time ever played on hard courts. 1979, John McEnroe wins his first Grand Slam title, beats fellow American Vitas Gervais 7-5, 6-3, 6-3. After Vitas Gervais complained that ball was out, cheated. Are you kidding? You can't be serious. Sorry, guys. Why don't you stop me from making a fool of myself here? Jeez. I've always want. I always wanted to do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 1983, Villas beats his house that Martina Navratilova can't beat 100th ranked male tennis players. Okay. 1984, John McEnroe wins his 4th U.S. title and final Grand Slam singles event as he beats Ivan Lendl 6-3, 6-4, 6-1. And this time I am serious. Oh boy. 1987, Larry Bird Brain begins his NBA free throw streak of 59 made. Yuck. 1987, Nolan Ryan strikes out his 4,500th batter. My goodness. 1988, Bruce Sutter joins Roy Fingers and Rich Guskocic with 300 MLB career saves. 1989, Steffi Graf retains her title, beats Martina Navratilova in 3 sets to win the U.S. Open. I remember that. 1990, the A's beat the Yankees 7-3 to complete a 12-game sweep of the Yankees in that year. My goodness. Yuck. So do I. 1990, a young Pete Sampras wins his first Grand Slam title and beats Andre Agassi 6-4, 6-3, 6-2. Sampras was the youngest male Open U.S. winner at that time. 1991, Mike Tyson indicted for rape of Desiree Washington. I'm not going near there. Now, if you want to see, now we all know they've made jokes about how some teams can't draw a crowd. Well, in 1991, a mere 1,695 fans watched the Red Sox play the Cleveland Indians. Oh, wow. That's a shame. 1992, the Orioles draw 3 million fans at home for the first time. 1992, MLB player Robin Yount is the 17th player to reach 3,000 hits. 1995, Steffi Graf wins her 4th U.S. title, beats Monica Seles in 3 sets. In 2000, a young Venus Williams beats fellow American Lindsay Davenport in straight sets, 6-4, 7-5 to win the U.S. Open. Okay. D-backs pitcher Randy Johnson reaches 300 strikeouts for the 5th consecutive season, extending his major league record in 2002. Oh, yuck. And Roger Federer beats Novak Djokovic of Siberia in the 2007 men's tennis final in straight sets 7-6, 7-6, 6-4. And in 2013, Rafael beats the Joker in 4 sets to win the U.S. Open there. I hate when it happens. Where's that come from anyway? Ignore it, guy. Ignore it. Ignore it. Yeah, that's a little ad that comes through here. No, that happens. That happens a little bit from time to time. That's not to worry about. We sometimes we get that. So I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. It happens on every podcast I've done. Okay. Andrew Metuchen's season is over at the DH. Let me get rid of this stuff here. Okay. For the Pirates, his head's to the 10-day injured list with a partial torn left Achilles while legging a double in their Monday night win over the Brewers. Metuchen said he was fine, but a further examination by the Pirates medical staff revealed a tear. The director of sports medicine, Todd Tomlik, said on September 7th that Metuchen will be wearing a walking boot for 6 weeks. The good news is there is no mention of surgery needed. So thankfully, goodness for that. And Carlos Stanton hit his 400th home run on September 5th against the Tigers. This was 400 home run in 1,520 games, the fourth fastest on record behind Mark McGwire, George Herman Babe Ruth, A-Rod, and Albert Pujols. Stanton's 400th home run went 451 feet into left center and was caught by a fan in the front row in the elevated bleachers above the Tigers' bullpen. Yeah, I like that. The large video board displayed number 400 and does not change much on how the team has gone this season, but there's still a month left to go, so we're paying more attention to that. The 2017 MVP is the 58th player overall to reach 400 and the 10th Yankee player to reach 400. Remember, though, he spent most of his career in the National League playing for the Florida Marlins. Yankee right-handed reliever Kenyon Middleton is on the 15-day injured list with right shoulder inflammation. That was announced back on Thursday. The move was retroactive to Sunday. Middleton joined the Yankees on August 1st in a trade with the White Sox. It hasn't done much there since. He is 2-2 with a 3.0 ERA, but an 0.6 ERA with the Yankees and 2 saves. In a related move, they recall left-hander Matt Crook from AAA Scranton. So that's good there. LSU Mason Smith is expected to play his first game in over a year against Grambling today. He is good to go for 30 snaps in the home opener. Smith was named freshman to the freshman all team in All ACC in 2021. Began working his way back from a knee injury that he suffered in the opening game against Florida State after the NCAA determined that he received an improper benefit, according to the Baton Rouge Advocate. As a result of the loss to Florida State on Sunday, LSU dropped all the way to 14th in the polls. One loss, you're already out of the top 10. Wow. How do you like that? And Carlos Carrasco, the Mets, is done for the year after breaking his right pinky finger during a weightlifting accident, said by manager Buck Showalter. That happened on Wednesday. He sat down with a 50-pound dumbbell and flipped over and landed on his pinky finger, Showalter said before the game against the Nationals. He had surgery the same day to set the bone and a follow procedure that happened on Friday to insert a pin. He should be ready to pitch again next season, said Showalter. By the time he's ready to throw again, he should be back to normal. Well, we're hoping on that. Not a good season, though, from by any means, as he's 3-8 with a 6.8 ERA and 20 starts. He recorded 5 outs in his last start, which was a loss to the Dodgers on August 26th, and was pulled up to give him 5 runs on 7 hits. A year earlier, he was 15-7 with 29 starts, and the Mets won 101 games in his best season since 2018. Carrasco was diagnosed with leukemia the following May and returned within 3 months later. Despite the Mets having the highest payroll, they have dropped like a rock this season, falling way short of expectations, as the Mets traded their top 2 stars, Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer, at the deadline. And there you go. Just embarrassing, folks. Sorry, Mike, but I can't help you there. Yeah, yeah, but I know that Mike is a big Meth fan, so yeah. All right, guys, so we're about to wrap it up pretty much. Hey, we made it through the show without losing power. How about that? Oh, and the Virginia football team will honor Devin Chandler, Laval Davis, and Deshaun Perry and their families at the home opener against James Madison. The university made the announcement back on Tuesday. All three players were shot and killed last November on a charter bus returning home from a field trip to Washington. Two other members were shot but survived, including running back Mike Hollins, who returned to the field against Tennessee last week. And our thoughts and prayers are with them. This will be the first home game since November 12th, the day before the shooting took place. All fans will be encouraged to wear orange during today's game. All right, guys. So that note, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to get ready for Rasal, who has a great show coming up. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and calling in. David, nice to hear from you. I hope you call back in the near future, as I'm sure hopefully a lot of you will as well. Thank you. And thanks, Matt, for bringing him in. I appreciate that. All right, guys. So it was, and hope. Thank you. And come again. Yes, because it's always a fun show when we have more people. The more the merrier, folks, as I always say. All right, guys. So on that note, I'm gonna get out of here, and we'll talk again next week, same time, same station. So on that, yeah. So on that, okay. Let me get back. Hold on. Let me get back to Oh, never mind. I got it. Okay. Mm. Ah.